I never imagined that a single night could unravel 20 years of love, trust, and companionship. But life has a cruel way of throwing curveballs when you least expect them. Emma and I had been together since our early 20s. We built a life grounded in laughter, memories, and shared dreams. From buying our first home to raising two beautiful children, we faced every storm hand in hand. Or at least, that's what I believed. Emma was always the adventurous one between us. She thrived on new experiences, meeting people, and challenging boundaries. I, on the other hand, preferred stability, the comfort of routine and predictability. And I adored her spark, that fiery spirit that brought color into our life. But sometimes, the brightest sparks are the ones that start the most devastating fires. There was always this old joke between us, something said during our honeymoon phase. The idea of a one-time pass, a permitted one-night stand. It was harmless banter, or so I thought. One free pass, Emma had said with a mischievous grin. But only if it's Idris Elba. We'd both laughed, brushing it off like couples do when love and trust feel unshakable. How could that ever become reality? Fast forward to a few months ago, and that joke, those playful words, came back like a ghost. Emma had started acting differently. Subtle changes at first, longer hours at work, more nights out with her friends, a new sense of protectiveness over her phone. I tried to ignore it. Life gets busy. People grow and change. But then, the little things started stacking up. Her sudden interest in fitness, a fresh wardrobe, an energy that no longer revolved around us. One evening, while we were watching TV, she casually brought up a coworker's birthday party she planned to attend. "It's nothing big," she said, eyes glued to her phone. "Just a few drinks with colleagues. I won't be out late." Her tone was breezy, but she didn't meet my eyes. Something in my gut clenched. "You look amazing," I said as she got ready that night. Black dress, high heels she hadn't worn in years. She looked like the woman I fell in love with, but strangely distant, like she was dressing up for someone else. She smiled, but it didn't touch her eyes. "Thanks," she said, grabbing her purse. "Don't wait up." I sat in the living room alone as the hours dragged by, pretending to watch a movie. My mind wouldn't stop racing. At 10:17 p.m., my phone buzzed. "Having a great time. Don't worry. Love you." It should have calmed me, but instead, it felt robotic, like a message sent out of duty rather than love. By midnight, she still wasn't home. I called. Once, twice, 3 times. Voicemail. My heart pounded. I tried to rationalize. Maybe she lost track of time. Maybe her phone battery died. But deep down, I knew. When Emma finally walked through the door at 1:30 a.m., I was still awake. Her cheeks were flushed, hair tousled, and her eyes sparkled in a way I hadn't seen in years. "You're still up," she said, surprised. I nodded, voice tight. "How was the party?" She paused, just a heartbeat too long, then replied, "It was fun. Just the usual gossip and bad karaoke." She kissed me on the cheek and went upstairs, leaving me frozen on the couch, drowning in quiet suspicion. Over the next few weeks, she seemed lighter, happier. But I wasn't part of it. She was always distracted, always texting, always too busy at work. One night, as she showered, I stared at her phone resting silently on the bedside table. The passcode was one I'd known for years. My hand trembled as I picked it up. Her messages with someone named Adam opened like a trapdoor beneath my feet. Inside jokes, flirty banter, late-night confessions. And then the message that shattered my world. "Last night was amazing. Can't wait to see you again." My chest tightened as I stared at the screen. Was this the free pass? Had she really acted on that old joke? After all these years? I put the phone down gently and sat on the edge of the bed, heart racing, throat tight. I couldn't breathe, couldn't think. When Emma walked out of the bathroom, towel in her hair, robe loosely tied, she saw me instantly. The look on my face, the phone in my hand, her smile faded. "Ben, is everything okay?" I held up the phone, my voice low but steady. "Who's Adam?" She went pale. Silence. Heavy, suffocating. "It's not what you think," she whispered. I laughed bitterly. "Really? Last night was amazing means something different now? Don't insult me." She sat beside me, hands clenched in her lap. "It was a mistake, a one-time thing. It didn't mean anything." Her words hit like a train. The woman I had loved, the mother of my children, was admitting to something I never thought possible. A mistake. My voice cracked as I stood, pacing. "Emma, we've been married for 20 years. We built a family. How could you risk all that?" She looked at me with teary eyes. Whether from guilt or regret, I couldn't tell. "We joked about this, remember? The free pass. I thought maybe it was okay. That it wouldn't hurt you." Her words sliced through me. "You thought it wouldn't hurt me?" I said, my voice trembling with fury. "How could you ever think that?" She reached for my hand. I pulled away. "I'm sorry, Ben. I don't know what came over me. I wasn't thinking clearly." I turned toward her, my breath ragged. "Who is he?" "A co-worker," she admitted quietly, staring at the floor. "But it's over. It didn't mean anything. It's done. Please, Ben, can we move past this?" I couldn't answer. That night, I didn't sleep. I lay there staring at the ceiling, watching the pieces of my life scatter like broken glass. The next morning, I left before she woke. I needed space. I went to my best friend Mark's house, the only person I could turn to. He opened the door, half asleep, but his concern was immediate when he saw my face. "Ben? What happened?" I sat on his couch, hands shaking, and told him everything. He listened, quiet and steady, his face hardening as I spoke. "Jesus, man. I'm so sorry," he said at last. "I can't imagine how this feels." "I don't know what to do, Mark," I said, barely above a whisper. "I love her, but I don't think I can forgive her. How do you move past something like this?" He sighed. "I wish I had an answer. Only you can decide that. But no matter what, you're not alone. I've got your back." In the days that followed, Emma tried reaching out, texts, notes, voicemails. But I couldn't respond. Every time I looked at her, I saw him. I saw the messages. I saw betrayal. A week later, I sat her down and told her what I had decided. "I can't do this, Emma," I said, voice shaking. "I can't look at you without seeing him. I can't trust you anymore." She broke down, pleading, sobbing, but my heart was no longer hers. "You made your choice," I said softly. "Now I have to make mine." The divorce was long and gut-wrenching. Dividing 2 decades of love, memories, and a shared life felt like tearing my soul into fragments. But strangely, it was also freeing. Staying would have meant living under the shadow of her betrayal, and I wasn't willing to do that. I deserved better. In the months that followed, I focused on rebuilding. I leaned on my support system. I picked up old hobbies, rediscovered parts of myself I had forgotten, and slowly, painfully, began to heal. The pain didn't vanish overnight, but I learned to live with it. I let go of the anger, not for her sake, but for mine. And on the other side of the heartbreak, I found something I never expected. Strength. Sometimes, the bravest thing you can do is walk away.